Medical hand washing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carlo from 1PSNB. Today I'm going to do my return demonstration on how to wash our hands properly. First is to determine the presence of factors in the client that increases the susceptibility of or to infection. Number two, determine also if the client uses immunosuppressives. Next is identify or determine also the medications of the clients. Next is to determine the recent diagnostic procedures or other treatments that the clients or that can penetrate the client's skin or body cavity. Next is to identify the signs and symptoms indicating the presence of infection in localized signs such as swelling, pain, redness, or tenderness with palpation or movement. Also in palpable heat inside, loss of functions in affected body part, presence of actually systematic indications such as fever, increased in pulse and respiratory rate, lack of energy, anorexia, and enlarged lymph nodes. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to determine the location of the soap and the running water or any substitute of the soap. Then next is to assemble the equipment such as the soap, the toilet paper or the tissue, and the running water. Next is to assess the hands. All nails should be kept short. Jewelries shall be removed. Check hands for any breaks in the skin, such as hangnails or cuts. So next is if you are washing your hands, where your client can observe you, you can actually tell him or her of what you're doing and explain to him or her why it is necessary or important. Then number two is to open the water and adjust the flow. For knee leverers, you can press it by your knee to regulate the flow and the temperature. For foot pedals, you can move your foot to regulate the flow and the temperature. For elbow control, you can use your elbow instead of hands. And then lastly is for infrared controls, you can actually the motion in front of you will just cause the water to start or to flow automatically, and it will just also start or stop flowing automatically. Next is to wet your hands by holding them under the running water. Put some soap to your hands and then hold your hands below the elbow so that the flow of the water, so that the water flows from your arms down to your fingertips. If you are using liquid soap, you can actually put 2 to 4 ml or 1 teaspoon. But if you are using soap, granules, or sheet, you can rub it firmly between your hands. Next is thorough wash and rinse hands. Use firm rubbing and circular movements to wash your palm. The back. And the wrist of each hand. Also interlace the fingers and the thumb. Move your hands back and forth in continuous motion for 10 seconds. Also your fingertips against the other hand, back and forth. Next, rinse your hands and arms. Next is thoroughly dry your arms and the hands by using toilet paper. So thoroughly dry our hands and arms using a tissue or any towel. And also discard the tissue or anything that or the towel in appropriate place or appropriate container or in the trash bin. Next is to stop the water, and the first thing that you will do is you can stop the water by taking a tissue to grasp a hand operated control and discard this tissue.